Hey, my name's Jeremy Vest and I'm the Senior Evangelist here. I wanted to personally thank you for being a vidIQ user. We know how tough it is to be a video creator and we're here to help you on your journey. In today's webinar, I'm going to show you our favorite features so you can get more views and grow your channel fast with vidIQ. And then you can ask us any questions you'd like.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
So after you install vidIQ, one of the first things you're going to see is the scorecard. One of my favorite parts of vidIQ. The overview section shows the vidIQ score. This is based on the popularity of your video compared to other videos. The next section is views per hour, or VPH. This is what vidIQ calls velocity. Then you can see your views, how many subscribers this video drove, what percentage of your subscribers watched this video, the average view time, and the total duration of the video. You can also see the top devices your viewers watched this video on, and the top countries your viewers came from. This next section is social. It shows things like engagement rates and where your engagements came from. You can see your like to dislike ratios, how many comments this video has, and how many Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook followers you have. Alright, the next section is SEO. There are 5 types of actions you can take to improve your video SEO. The first is tag count. This shows how many tags you're using. Tag volume shows how many tags you're ranking for. And then we show you how many keywords are in the title, how many keywords are in the description, and then your score for having the keywords in the tag, title, and description, or what we like to call tripled keywords. The performance section is based on how your videos are doing in the real world, based on the tags you're ranking for. Ranking for high volume tags is the gold standard and it's really difficult to do. I love this next section as well. It's the video optimization checklist. So after you've uploaded a video, you can come here and see what you've missed. You can see if your tags, titles, or descriptions are too short or long. You can see if you've missed adding a card or an end screen or closed captions. So use this as your checklist to make sure you have everything covered. The controversial keywords section is just for our paid customers, but essentially what it does is it shows you keywords that could be potentially demonetized in your tags, titles, or descriptions. In the channel section, we show you the total amount of views for the channel, the average daily views, what country the channel is from, how many views in the last 30 days, how many total subscribers, how many average daily subscribers, subscribers for the last 30 days, and the YouTube rankings. Video tags are really useful because it shows you what tags were used for that video and how they rank on YouTube. You can see video tags for any video on YouTube. Channel tags just show you what tags are used in the channel section. All right, next we're going to talk about the channel audit. The first 3 numbers show views, subscribers gained, and watch time month over month. You can scroll over each section and see the details. And for me personally, I always want to know I'm going up and to the right every month. This next section shows the content to double down on. So essentially, this is your best content based on views per hour, total watch time, subscribers gained, engagement rate, and top search terms. So this is the content we recommend you focusing on and doing more of. In the next section, we actually show you what you're doing right and wrong so you can go improve those things right now. So for example, the titles, descriptions, and tags, if they were too short or too long, they would show up red and you could go click and fix those. So for example, I have 2 videos without cards. I can click on these and I can see exactly which videos don't have cards and I can go fix them. And I can do the same thing for end screens and playlists. So the channel audit is really powerful. It shows you what content's working best and why, and it shows you what you can fix. So if you want to check out how you're doing compared to your competitors, you can add up to 3 competitors with a free version and a lot more for our paid customers. You can see how your competitors are doing in the past 48 hours, this week, this month, or all time. Another cool feature is you can see the top keywords your competitors are using. Now up here, you'll see our real-time stats bar. In order to be monetized by YouTube, you now need 4,000 hours watched and 1,000 subscribers. This tool shows you where you are in that process, and it also has some great insights to see how many views you've had in the last 48 hours, 7 days, how many minutes you've had watched in the last 7 days, and how many total subscribers. So when you're uploading or editing a video, you can start typing in tags. And you'll see that vidIQ actually recommends tags as you're typing. And if you want more results, you'll have to update to a paid plan. And below, you'll see some recommendations as well. When I type something on YouTube, our search panel actually shows you the monthly searches for that term, the highest views, average subscribers, and it shows you our keyword score based on search volume and competition. It also shows you related search terms, which is really important in understanding the entire search ecosphere of what you're looking to rank for. We also show you the top search keywords. Paid plans get a lot more recommendations. What's going on, everybody? Jeremy Vest here. We are here for you. How are you liking vidIQ so far? What features are you using the most? What features have you never heard of or you want to learn a little more from? Click right there in chat and let us know how we can help you with your experience. We are all about our customers. We have hundreds of thousands of people using our Chrome extension every day, and we are here to make sure that you rock your channel. You know, being a video creator, being a YouTuber is really, really hard. We call this the YouTuber's journey. And you can ask about our software. You can ask about other parts of your journey. Whatever your dilemma is right now, let us know in the chat. And we are ready to go. So if I don't have many questions right now, I think I have a few I can come and answer. So Steve asks, can we do a complete walkthrough if possible from A to Z? So from me posting a video all the way. I'll see how far I can go. We'll keep a question. We'll keep the questions open. But let's just even see if I have a video I can upload real quick. I'm sure I do somewhere. Set this to private. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this video. It's a test, just to make sure we don't mess anything up. Just a YouTube channel with 200,000 subscribers. That would be great if we posted that. So, okay. So I've uploaded a video, and now I see this screen right here. The first kind of thing before, I'm going to open up a new tag, and the first thing we really need to do before we upload a video is we need to understand what people are searching for and what kind of video we should make. Obviously, before we upload a video, we should know that, but I want to talk about this. So let's say I'm making a video on how to make a cake. So I type in YouTube, how to make a cake. And do you see it's in Minecraft at home from scratch? So even how to make a cake is not a niche vertical enough. You really need to make a subgenre of a cake. So let's see how to make a cake in the microwave. That sounds really gross, by the way, I'm just going to say. But apparently 4,500 people, and I can show you here in vidIQ, over on the right-hand side, 4,500 people a month search for how to make a cake in the microwave. Again, sounds pretty gross. So what you want to do first, before you upload a video, before you make a video, is you want to understand the search intent of what people are actually searching for and really understand what people want. As a small YouTuber, as a small creator, answering questions people are asking is one of the easiest ways to get started. So if I'm making cakes, I'm going to make a cake on how to make a cake in the microwave. And one thing I'm going to learn from our software down here is I'm going to see that there's 4,500 monthly searches for this term. I'm also going to see what the keyword score is. So the keyword score is based on search volume and competition. So in this case, there's almost no search volume and a lot of competition. So this may not be a great word for me to use if there's a lot of competition and almost no one searching for it every month. There's also shows you microwave cake, mug cake, chocolate cake in microwave. Huge spike of interest recently. So because of this, and the keyword score is a 60, it's a lot higher. Again, the score is based on search volume and competition. I'm actually probably going to lean towards microwave cake versus any other type of cake here. So I may do something like chocolate microwave cake. Okay, so now that we understand the universe of keywords and where we're headed, I am going to go back to my uploading my video. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all these current tags that we normally put in our videos so you can get a sense of what we're trying to accomplish here. Give me 1 second. So as you start adding tags, what's going to happen below is contextually relevant. It's going to actually start showing you our boosted section is going to start showing you keywords around the relevant contextual keywords and tags. So microwave cake in a. So I'm going to make this unlisted so I can see a little bit more of this. All right. So now that I have microwave cake in a mug, and I've basically given vidIQ the fuel to understand kind of the theory and what the video is about, when I scroll down here now, people that have Boost and Pro, they're going to see a lot more results. Now you start seeing a lot of contextually relevant results down here. So mug cake recipe, chocolate mug cakes. So you can start seeing there's just microwave mug meals. So maybe I'm not doing anything in a mug, so I'm going to delete this and I'm just going to have microwave cake. So then I get into chocolate cake in a microwave. So I'm going to add that tag. And when I add that tag, chocolate cake in a microwave, it's going to update this section down here and just really start drilling down the relevancy of what I'm trying to achieve. Now, this isn't perfect. We're not going to get all of the keywords right, but what we're doing is we're explaining and showing you exactly the universe of what people are searching for based on the search intent of your core keywords. So this is invaluable. In my opinion, this is the most powerful thing that vidIQ has to offer you. It takes the guesswork out and it makes video SEO and video optimization relatively simple. You don't have to be a math wizard to understand what people are searching for. And by understanding what people are searching for, you can probably rank higher. So I'm going to take all of this knowledge and I'm going to make a title, something like how to make a chocolate cake in a microwave. And the reason I was able to figure that out is I was able to figure out all these keywords down here and how well they're doing. And then because I have a small channel, I'm probably going to rank for that. So understanding your tags and your titles and your descriptions. I'm also going to make a playlist on how to make a chocolate cake or chocolate cake in a microwave. Very, very, very specific to what I'm searching for. All right, let me share my screen here. Sorry about that, guys. Now you can see my screen. I apologize for that, guys. So let's take this a few steps back. So now I've typed in a few keywords: microwave cake, chocolate cake in a microwave, and then down here, people with paid plans like Boost and Pro can see a lot more results than basic plans. But now I can really start diving down and understanding how I got to how to make a chocolate cake in a microwave. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a playlist, and it's going to be chocolate cake in microwave. So I'm going to add this to a new series playlist, and then I'm going to make a series of videos about chocolate cakes in a microwave, and that's how I'm going to be able to start ranking for that term. Now, this term is not as great as chocolate cake or microwave, but as a smaller channel to grow, you need long tail keyword phrases so that you can start ranking small. It's all about winning small. If you win small as a YouTube creator and you can rank #1 for how to make a chocolate cake in a microwave, it's kind of like printing views. You can consistently start ranking for these small, relatively speaking, small search for terms. But if you have thousands of those terms, your channel can get very big very quickly. All right, so sorry about not sharing my screen earlier. I'm going to look at comments here. Okay, so Steve, sorry about that. I'm going to show you where I've searched. I'm going to type in, because I wasn't sharing my screen earlier, my apologies. I'm going to type in chocolate cake in a microwave. And then over on the right-hand side here, I can see the vidIQ monthly searches, highest volume, the keyword scores for these topics. I can also see trending videos, top keyword searches. So I can get a lot of data, contextual data around all of these searches. So sorry about that. That's how I find my search keywords. All right. Prodigy beats. I make tight beats, and it's one of the hardest ways to get noticed on YouTube. My question is, what tags should I use? Because all the good tags have high competition. How do I get noticed? So Prodigy beats, one of the things I would say is what makes you unique. And I know this sounds cliche and cheesy, but a lot of people do a lot of stuff on YouTube. The people that stand out, I think, have personality, and I think they do something a little unique and a little different. How many viral cat videos and dog videos have you seen, but there's that one that stands out to you? So in my opinion, and in my case, I've recently started a small little YouTube channel, and a lot of people make YouTube channels like mine. I'll just show you my YouTube channel real quick. So a lot of people teach people how to do YouTube, a lot. But I've actually niched vertical down to a niche vertical. So I'm now just teaching people how to make thumbnails. So the way I'm standing out is I'm just doing one thing of one thing. And honestly, thumbnails is a really big deal. It's probably 20 or 30% of the reason a channel will fail or succeed. So teaching people how to make thumbnails better is a need that I found and worthy of an entire channel. So my question to you is, could you find a subgenre of this genre of beats? Is there a specific type of beat that people like? Is it a specific person or a country? Is there, obviously Latin beats are different than jazz and other types of things. So try to hone in on a genre of a person or a culture or a subculture and become their voice. So instead of doing beats, do a very, very specific beat for a specific group of people. One of the biggest misunderstandings a lot of people have on YouTube is they want big audiences. They want 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers. I guarantee you that when I have 100,000 subscribers of teaching people how to do thumbnails, I could probably make 6 figures a year selling people thumbnail stuff, right? Because I'm solving a need for a very focused audience. It's not the size of your audience, it's the size of how you're able to help someone and what your perceived value is. So for me, when it comes to music, I would find this very unique, eclectic group of people that like the thing you really like the most. That would be my suggestion. Sorry, Prodigy, for getting so deep, but it definitely is something something hard to concept. All right. So, what other questions you guys have? If there's no other questions right now, okay. How is the vidIQ score calculated? That is a very, very good question. And obviously we can't tell you the whole answer, but I can give you a good sense of how a vidIQ score is calculated. So I think what you're talking about over here on the right-hand side, let me let it load. We have the vidIQ SEO score. And if this is what you're talking about, or this vidIQ score here, this is based on the popularity of all the videos similar to yours and your video. So the vidIQ score is the popularity of a video based on engagements and views relative to other videos on YouTube. So basically it's saying my 45.5% is kind of, compared to the rest of YouTube, it's kind of a 50-50, average video. That's really what this is saying. The vidIQ SEO score is based on 2 different sections. One is overall performance of your videos based on tags that are ranked and high volume tags, and the other are things you can control, like tag count, tag volume, keywords in a title, keywords in a description, and triple keywords, which we're now calling quad keywords because of the playlists. So having your keyword phrase in the tag, title, description, and playlist. So Don Cubas asks, where can you share your video to gain views? This is where having a community, like a really niche community, this is where it serves very well. So let's talk about Reddit. Reddit is a huge, absolutely huge source of views to YouTube. And the subreddits are underwater basket weavers. You have the very specific people that like specific things, a specific type of NASCAR or whatever you're into. There is a group, there's a subreddit on that topic. So there are LinkedIn groups and Facebook groups and, all kinds of groups all over the web, very specifically targeted to a very unique thing people are down with. I'm 42 years old. I still skateboard. There's a lot of old man skateboard groups. So if I was making old man skateboard videos, I probably have 100 different groups to share my videos with. So one of the things I would say is the more niche, vertical, and focused your content is, the more likely you are able to connect with and find groups like you. So I would say that being connected and engaged with specific groups. I teach people how to do YouTube stuff. I'm probably in 100 YouTube teach people how to do stuff groups. It's very easy for me to call up 20 of my friends with 100,000 or 200,000 subscribers, like Roberto Blake, and say, "Hey, Roberto, I made a video. Would you like to share it?" One really interesting thing, and this has done very well for my small channel, is if you know someone with over 10,000 subscribers and they have the community tab, they can share your videos on their community tab. So I've had probably 10 or 20,000 views of my videos recently from people sharing my video on their community tab. So that's one trick I would have for you as far as sharing videos. The second would be, find these groups that are like your content and don't just blast them. Engage with them and share with them, but don't just like blast, "Hey, my content, subscribe to my content," because people won't like you if you do that. So you have to be engaged enough in the community to do it kind of softly, and people will probably share your content for you if you're a big part of the group anyways. All right. So Prodigy Beats asks another question about, so maybe I should make beats for people that are popular at the moment. Riding waves of popularity is a very good thing on YouTube. If you type stuff in on YouTube, you're going to see all kinds of weird, very in the moment, what's happening with Donald Trump or whatever in the very moment in time. You're going to see things that are happening in the world. We have a phenomenal tool for this. People with a paid plan get more access, but we have this thing called most viewed. So what you can do is I can type in beats. That's just S, never mind. Oh my gosh. I can type in beats and I can start seeing, based on views per hour, small channels like sub 1,000 subscriber channels, over 1 million subscriber channels. I can really nail down and start understanding what videos have the best beats, and or what are ranking the best for the term beats or a specific type of beat. So what's cool about this most viewed is you can really get on the trending topics and understand what people are ranking for very well. And then you could go make your version of that video. So riding the wave of trends is phenomenal. vidIQ was one of the first YouTube channels to talk about the new hashtag. And let me show you the benefit about being new to a wave, to some type of culturally relevant thing. So because we were one of the first videos to put out a video about the new YouTube hashtags, besides this ad here, we ranked number 1 and number 2 for this term, which is pretty crazy. And even on my small channel, I rank like number 8 or 9 or 10 on my small channel for this term. So, over 32,000 views just by being in front of a wave, just by being in front of a trend. So in my opinion, I think, yes, trending and being relevant from a pop culture perspective is very, very, very important if you want to be in front of people. All right. So are there any negative repercussions to maxing out the tags using all 500 characters? GBR, I don't actually know the answer to this for real, but I can tell you this. We've seen a maximum, we've seen channels that have great titles and descriptions and, 5, 10, 15 phrases or tags. They do really, really well. I think there becomes a threshold of, does it really matter? So, if you stuff every tag you possibly can put in your tags area, does it help your channel? From the data we've been seeing lately, and we're going to be putting out some of this data soon, we're not really seeing like it's a huge benefit, but we also do see that tags help. We see that, there is a correlation between using tags and ranking on suggested and search. So we do recommend tags. I don't personally think a channel can be about 500 characters worth of things. So I personally like to focus, into a good 10, 15, 20 tags that are very, very relevant to what the video is about. That's my personal experience. So I don't think there's a repercussion, because literally at the end of 500 characters, it just stops making you do it. But after like 300 to 400 characters, I have not seen any data to prove that it helps either. I see a lot of channels just copying other content and giving that channel credit on the video description. Is that allowed? Don Cubas, if it's not your content, so if you're kind of copying someone else's content, but it's all your content, it's your voice, it's your audio, it's your visuals, then it's very allowed. If you're literally just like stealing someone else's music or images or text or audio, then it's copyright infringement and it's absolutely not allowed. I've noticed a very large variance in the overall keyword score. One day a search said the score was 73, then the next day it was 31. How do I know what score is correct? Why such a big difference? Honestly, I would use our keyword scores as a barometer. Think of it as hot or cold, or good or bad, or up or down. The reality is we're using a lot of third-party data from Google, from YouTube, from all over the world, and we are guessing the best we can. We're not always going to get these terms completely right. We're not always going to get everything right, but I'm guessing if something is different, everything will be different. So what I mean by that is I've been using vidIQ basically since it came out, and honestly, like let's say a hashtag video score says 73 and it's really 23. I've never had a problem deciphering that. Like I've never had a problem saying, okay, because I use it as a barometer, because I use it as a guide, not necessarily science, I'm always usually doing well. Like I'm always usually being able to find the videos that I think are going to do the best. The truth is, videos are tough to rank for. If you're just making one video in a series, then you're probably not going to rank for it long term. If you make 20 videos on a specific long tail phrase, you have more likelihood to rank for it. So I would just say we're presenting the best data we possibly can based on everything we have going for us. But for one, it's probably not as incorrect as you think. It's probably a very good guess, even if you see one day it's 30 and one day it's 70. All right, does anyone have any questions on how to use the software? Do you want me to show you any features? Do you have any questions on maybe why you're not growing or getting more subscribers or views. We are here for you. I have one as a vlogger with a small channel. How can I grow faster? Vlogging is honestly probably, besides gaming, one of the hardest things to do on YouTube. And the reason for that is if you're making how-to content, like how to make a cake, you can figure out what people are searching for and you can go make cakes and, you could probably figure out how to get views and subscribers. A vlog is basically people getting to know who you are, like you enough to tell their friends about you. And it doesn't matter if you're going to the zoo, if you're making a pizza, it's all about you. So one of the best ways to grow as a vlog is to collaborate with other vloggers and have a very, very niche focus. So, mommy vloggers in the South or, something very specific. So you need to be able to relate to people. You need to be able to have a personality that people love, and you need to have a bigger purpose than yourself. A lot of the bloggers, family vloggers that are really doing well, usually have a positive message of some sort, or just a crazy family that people love to watch. So one of the fastest ways to grow as a vlog is to collaborate with as many other vloggers as you can. Also, you got to do exciting stuff. If you're just going to Walmart every day, odds are people may not want to watch your content. So you got to find positive messages and you got to find exciting stuff to do, and you got to find that audience who is watching it. Is it 7-year-olds? Is it the moms that are stressed out of their mind? So you really got to nail down your audience, and you got to collaborate with like-minded vloggers, and then just unfortunately, 5-6 days a week, that's what it takes to run a vlog. How viable would you consider a video podcast on socially relevant topics? Any tips on how to use vidIQ to promote one? So, a video podcast is a show, right? A lot of people get kind of tied up in nomenclature and things that are trending. So a show is a show. Just think of your podcast as a live show and then strip the audio down for iTunes and other things. I have a very successful podcast called Tube Talk. I have over 500,000 downloads total on iTunes and all these other shows. And honestly, when we put it on YouTube, it gets 1,000 views, which is decent. But the majority of people listen to our podcast while they're working out or doing their morning routine or driving to work. So the podcast Tube Talk is very successful. It probably only has 20 or 30,000 views on YouTube. But think of it as a show. So just like we're doing today, or me and Rob do on Tuesdays, where we have the vidIQ live show, have segments, have guests, have giveaways, make it really exciting. So a podcast by nature and a TV show are different. So you have to ask yourself, is the audio version more important or different enough to where you need to do 2 shows? But my biggest suggestion to you would be make a show people want to watch when you're making video live shows. And on a podcast, make a show people want to listen to and get value from. So they're not always the same thing. They're not always something that makes sense to do with video. So you really need to experiment and play with it. All right, this is a great one from GBR. After publishing a video, which vidIQ metrics should we focus on to measure success? So one of my favorite features, and not just because we had a hand in helping make this, But one of my favorite features is the channel audit. And what I love about this is it tells me, and by the way, version 2 is coming out in a few weeks, and it is really, really cool. You're going to want to check out version 2 when it comes out. But basically what it does is it shows me my top views, subscribers gain, and watch time month over month. So we have a 43% increase in views from last month to this month on vidIQ, 19% increase in subscribers gain, and 73% more watch time than we did last month. So in a nutshell, this is a very good indication of health of a channel. The next thing we show is the best performing content based on views per hour or velocity, watch time, subscribers, engagements, and search terms. So this is showing me the best content based on how many subscribers it's gained, the watch time. So to me, this is the best view of health. And in our version 2, we have a lot more metrics that give you a lot more ammunition to really understand how your channel is performing. We also do really cool things on items to improve upon. For example, we're missing an end screen. I can click on this end screen and go click edit and add an end screen to this video that we're missing. So you can easily go and add playlists, end screens, thumbnails to the videos that are missing. So in my opinion, this is probably some of the best software in the world when it comes to showing a snapshot view of how your video is doing. There's obviously a lot more metrics you can look at. Watch time is really important, and YouTube analytics, looking to see what your retention is, going into absolute and relative retention and seeing when people are leaving videos. But more than anything, figure out what content's working the best, drop the rest, and double down on what's really, really doing well. And that could probably be a wrap, I'm just saying. All right. And when you're doing bulk things, just be careful on bulk titles. Personally, I'm not a big fan of bulk titles. I do think that you could really mess up the algorithm if you mess with bulk titles. So just be careful with that. All right, do you guys have any more questions for us? We would love to help you on your creator's journey or help you learn our software. What in the world is going on in your world? Are you guys getting successful? Are you finding vidIQ helping you? Let us know. I have the boost plan. Where is my audit feature? I'm not fully synced yet, so it may be missing. Actually, Ricky, if you just go to what you may not have is, if you see it like this, you may want to click on these 3 little lines, and then you can see the channel audit feature. And then voila, you will see your channel audit. So you may have missed those 3 little lines. All right. So Bubblegum Monsters just got vidIQ. Definitely let us know what you're thinking and how we can improve. And Steve Burnett, contact us. We're happy to do an audit for you. Sorry what we did as a complete walkthrough didn't work out for you, but we're happy to finish going down this road. Leron can hook you up. He is our one-on-one channel audit specialist. So contact tech support for that. And if there's no other questions, we're going to wrap this up. Let us know in the comments how we can improve this. This whole show is dedicated to our new users, and we are very dedicated to making this the best platform for video creators. So you guys, all right, hello, we're a new channel, and we want to, like the 3 rules, to follow, gain subscribers and views using vidIQ. Well, everyone wants subscribers, views, and people following them. So Hardware, I definitely look back through some of this, find out what your keywords are, what people are searching for, make content around what people want to consume, build a very niche audience of a core group of people that are like you, people with the same interests, and then every week try to get 1% better. That's really the truth to me. You know, I know tons of YouTube creators over 1 million subscribers, and I've worked with tons of YouTube creators over 1 million subscribers. You know what almost all of them have in common? They're not extra special. They're not the most beautiful people I've ever met in my life. They're not unapproachable. Most of these people are just nerds like me. They worked their butt off to understand what value they can bring to the world. And then they just work like 40 to 60, 80, 90 hours a week making content that people appreciate. So to me, it's not some mystery. Make content good enough for people to subscribe, but don't make so much varied content to where people don't know who you are. So I'm going to make a note, Steve, to get someone to reach out to you. We will take care of that, sir. So is it an impediment to have someone 48 years old being a YouTuber? First off, I'm 42. I still skateboard and I still think of myself as a kid. So no. But I want to point you to Steve Dotto, Dotto Tech. You should definitely check out Dotto Tech. Steve, I'm not going to mention his age, but he is older than you, and he's just reached 200,000 subscribers. And he is kind of awesome. So Dotto Tech, Steve Dotto, go see what kind of energy he brings to the world and how he can help people. And also remember, there are 1.9 billion people that watch YouTube. A whole lot of those folks are over 48 years old. So there's a purpose and place for everyone. You just have to find how you can bring value to people your age and you'll be fine. And for the record, 48 is not old at all, especially on YouTube. And Don Cubas, we actually, if someone in chat from vidIQ could send him the link to do a YouTube audit, we actually do have a form you can fill out. And on Tuesdays, we're actually doing YouTube audits. So someone will send you that link, and we will definitely make sure that you're on that so you can get a YouTube audit from us. And yes, Daniel, Steve Dotto is fantastic. He's a pretty amazing guy. He's actually going to be speaking at my conference next week. I'm really excited about it. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, you guys have a fabulous day. And feel free to join us next week. We're going to be doing this again.